Hardware Hound here, and today I'm going to show us, well, a really quick review of the Tunai drum earbuds. And normally I don't do a lot of smaller stuff because, well, I don't have a lot of time and stuff. And this is actually just a prototype design. It's not even the full product yet. But these little guys ended up on a Kickstarter and within 4 days got 100%. And I did a quick review of these guys to find out if they're going to be sounding okay and worth it. Apparently enough people think they're worth it already that it's almost a moot point. But there's a lot of neat little things in their technical specs. Things like, oxygen sealed copper and little tiny hypersensitive things and technical terms and things that, kind of just make it really hard for a reviewer to remember all that stuff. And yet, there was one thing that really stood out to me about these little guys when I was like, yeah, I want to say stuff about these. And that is that they are using a full 13mm driver to produce the sound. And they make a big point of saying that size makes a difference on the bass. Now you are speaking my language there because I have dealt with enough speakers, and while I do understand that some small designs sound excellent because of marvels of engineering, in the general overall sense though, size matters when it comes to sound. Also power matters. Well, power we're not going to be able to do much about because these are earbuds. They're meant to plug into mobile devices and stuff. But size makes a difference, and you know what? Tunai is exactly right. These guys sound great, great for what they are. I have listened to a lot of decent other earbuds, and at least now I haven't had really high-end, super expensive ones, but I can say out of the ones that I've tried out, I've only have one set that can kind of compare to these, and even then they're a lot harder to get very comfortable in the ear for me, because I find most of these things are very hard to work because I have to push them so far down to my ear that it's too uncomfortable for me to like them. That's one of the huge benefits also from these right off the bat. One of the first things, the larger drum means I don't have to push these really hard into my ear. They stay comfortable while still sounding good. Let's talk about that claim to bass. The claim to bass is for real. These guys have amazing bass for earbuds. I am not used to earbuds having that good a bass, but just increasing the driver size that little bit extra compared to most standard earbuds is just great. It sounded great. I listened to some tunes, awesome, clear bass. I mean, even having a decent amount of thud that you can kind of almost feel that impact, and for eardrums, for earbuds, that's very impressive. You don't tend to get that huge amount of feel in your bass in devices this small, but these ones did a good job of that. Not the best ever. I mean, you're still going to do better with like an actual subwoofer, of course, or even like a full 50mm driver headset. But for earbuds, oh my goodness, these are like some of the best, if not the best bass I've ever heard. Finally, I want to talk about gaming and movies and various TV shows. So I watched some like NFL highlights. I played a couple of my games. Victor Vran has a lot of good little sounds while also having a lot of music sounds. Then I listened to some tunes. Music sounds great, gaming sounds great, and even movies sound great. And I'm really surprised about that because usually I have a hard time having a great across the board. Now it's not the best, and it's not awesome, amazing, blow you away in compared to some sound systems I've heard, but great is way better than any earbud that I've ever tried. The basses are very clear, but they don't get muddied or sound so loud that it just sounds kind of crappy. Like the tone is still great. There's actually a surprising amount of soundstage in these guys, so you can really feel the atmosphere of certain music and movie type scenes. And even though the trebles are not the greatest that I've seen, I kind of had a hard time really feeling like they were that far off from other things that I've heard either. They were just maybe slightly less on the treble, so much so that just tiny adjustments to your software equalizers will probably balance them out just fine. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that Kickstarter link in the below, but even at the retail price that looks like these guys are going to come out around, I think these are going to be a great deal. These are a nice little set of earbuds. They sound amazing for earbuds. I definitely highly recommend them. Tunai, the Tunai drum, great job. I'm actually super surprised by these. Was a little nervous because I was like, well, here I go. I'm gonna have to say good things about these, but if they're not good, then I can't say good things. And I really hope I didn't get myself into a predicament of, I just don't like to say bad things about stuff. And so really that's just my own personal issues. These guys did not disappoint. They did not put me in a bad position. Thank you, Tunai. I really appreciate that. I will catch you later.